Yo, Schaefer, man, I love you, bro. Yo, you're a beauty. No, you're a beauty. You're an absolute beauty, bro. Dirty dangles, bro.
Meet Jim.
Sad.
Jim is aspiring to be a streamer.
Yeah.
He looks up to other streamers like Soda Poppin', Tim the Tapman, Ninja, and Dr. Lupo.
Oh, love them. Absolutely love them. Absolute beauties, bro. Beauties.
He wants to be just like them. Jimmy doesn't really know how to stream, but his friend recommended to download a program called OBS. What?
What?
And it's free?
And that's a great price.
Jim opens up the program and realizes he has no idea what he's doing. Jim immediately feels overwhelmed and discouraged. How can anyone understand any of this?
Are you currently in this position? Or have you been in this position in the past? Don't worry, I'm here to help. By the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to start streaming. So if you've ever been in a position like that, that's totally okay. We've all been there when we first start anything. Just like how a mechanic has to learn their tools, just like how a photographer must learn their tools, a streamer must learn their tools. You know, a mechanic just doesn't pick up a wrench when he's 5 years old and just starts fixing a car. Nor does a photographer pick up a camera for the very first time and actually know what each and every button on that thing does. As a streamer, you don't need to know everything when you first start. You just need to know where to get the answers. But that's why you are here. And we're gonna learn together. The first thing you're gonna want when you start streaming is a microphone. Interacting with your viewers is important, especially when you first start streaming. You know, if you've ever popped into a new stream before, you go in, you give them a little chance, you give them a listen. If that audio is off, if there's an annoying noise in the background, or if I feel like I can't handle the audio of this microphone, like it's gonna annoy me more than I'm going to enjoy it, it does bring down the quality of my enjoyment. You know, all I can think of is this back noise that's happening, and I'm like, oh my god, this is
driving me crazy.
So the first thing that you really want to invest in is a good quality microphone. Now these don't need to be like $200, $300 microphones. There are some decent options you can get for less than $100, even less than $50. You can get the blue Snowball ICE for $35 right now on Amazon, and that's in Canadian dollars. This is a good entry point because this microphone is gonna be better than any of the headset microphones that you're currently using. If your budget's a little bigger and you want a little bit of an upgrade, I would recommend the blue Yeti. Now the Yeti is the Snowball's bigger brother, and he's just a little bit more grown out. He's got a mute button, he's got a gain dial, multiple vocal patterns, and a headphone jack to monitor yourself. Now, is it worth the extra $90 to $100? That's up to you and what's in your budget, but just to get started with the bare minimum, these are the two microphones that I would recommend. Next, you're gonna wanna consider a webcam.
But Daniel, there are streamers out there that don't have a webcam.
Yeah, I know, but...
What do you know? Look at Lyric. He doesn't have one, and he's one of the most successful streamers out there.
Yes, Lyric is very successful without a webcam. Having a webcam isn't completely necessary. But let me ask you this. If you were browsing through the game directory, what makes your stream stand out more than the thousands of other ones? It will be the only thing different in your stream thumbnail. There are also a lot of people now that are so accustomed to having webcams that it's kind of weird to see a stream without one. And don't you want your viewers to see your expressions and raw reactions to your sick, nasty gameplay that you've been telling everyone about? Watch this. What is... Well, I hate to break it to you, Chief. You need a webcam. It's also nice to kind of have a face to the voice that people are hearing. That way you can make even more connections, because at least they get to see you. The entry cam that everybody gets is the Logitech C920. Now I even have a lighting video to show you how good that camera can look if you look up here and click on this little bar right there. You see that? Right here. Boom.
How do you prevent that? How do you make sure that your lighting and your quality is better than everybody else's?
It's a decent looking webcam, like it's not bad. You know, now that technology's moving forward a little bit, now people are starting to use like SLRs and stuff like that. Like people have ridiculous cameras now. Like it's good if you're like the top 1% and you need that little bit of to kind of like push your content forward. But like if you're just starting out, for the love of everyone good, unless you have one lying around, just buy a webcam. So the Logitech C920, definitely my #1 choice. The second one, and the only reason why I'm kind of listing this one, is because when you search for the first one, you may find this one. It's the Logitech C922. Logitech C920, Logitech C922. C920, C922. Now the only real difference between these two is that the C922 can record at 60 FPS at 720p. Now I'm gonna give you all of the reasons why you should be recording your webcam in 60 FPS. Yeah, there's none. There's none. If you think about how small your webcam is when you're playing the game, it's not really worth it to have it at maximum frames, maximum resolution. Like it's okay to just bring that down. Plus it's easier on your computer. So if you do look into the C922, just know that the only real difference is the 60 FPS. You do get like a 4-month subscription to XSplit, but I wouldn't recommend XSplit to anybody when there's way better options for software out there.
And it's free.
So number 1, C920. Number 2, C922. So if you're on Xbox or PlayStation, you can't use these webcams. Unfortunately, you're limited to just the PlayStation camera or the Xbox Kinect, depending on what system you're on. So fewer choices, but hey, at least your choice is kind of made for you, so, you know. Now, obviously, you need a system to stream on. You can stream on a PC, which is what I would recommend over everything. You can stream on a PlayStation, and you can stream on a Xbox. Probably the most common question that I'll ever hear is, do I have a good enough computer to stream? Will my computer be able to stream? What's wrong with my computer? I can't seem to be streaming. Now, unfortunately, there's no one-stop shop answer to any of those questions. There's too many variables involved. But generally nowadays, a lot of the computers can handle, at some quality, streaming. There's a lot more computers nowadays that are able to handle streaming, even with like an i3, but there's too much involved to really determine that. Like I would try to figure out what settings to lower on the stream to just try to get a consistent image out there. So if you have a PC and you want to stream, just try the one you have. It might work. So go out there, get that stream set up, and launch your first stream. And definitely link your stream below and I'll check you out. And if you have any questions about further setup, then definitely that's the time to ask me. Until next time, see ya. It's weird, right? Like they get to see you and you don't see them. It gets weird. It's like if you ever get famous and they come up to you, right? And like they know what you look like, and they're like, oh my god, it's Daniel, or like, oh my god, it's Tim the Tap, like whatever, right? And then you can be like, you're like, oh my god, I don't know who you are. Who are you? There's no other profession like it. There's none. Only like YouTubers and streamers are the only ones that would have something like that. Oh no. Or I guess all famous people in general. Yeah, I guess all famous people, huh? They all face that. It's like, oh my god, I'm a huge fan. And then they're like, oh my god, I don't know who you are. Huh. You know what though? Streamers have to talk to their fans. That's the difference. The actors don't talk to their fans. They only talk to them when they actually have like interviews or when they have meet and greets. Streamers have to talk to their viewers all the time. I've never thought about that. Wow, being a famous streamer is tough.